if you're going to beat something, don't you need to get as much information about it? And it is something that Mr. Robinson has been focusing on, some would say too much, but has been focusing on for some time.
Nick Ferrari sparks debate after backing remarks on Angela Rayner. You're not going to believe this one. Nick Ferrari, one of the UK's most outspoken radio hosts, has just shocked listeners by defending remarks about Angela Rayner that most politicians wouldn't even touch. And the fallout? It's already massive. Social media lit up, news outlets scrambled, and people are asking, did Ferrari just cross a line, or did he finally say what many have been thinking but afraid to admit? So here's what went down. During a heated discussion about Labour's deputy leader Angela Rayner, Ferrari weighed in on earlier comments that sparked fury and applause in equal measure. Most political insiders dismissed them outright, saying they were provocative and unhelpful. But Nick Ferrari, he went the other way. He leaned in, he said, actually, he was right. That one line, just 5 words, sent shockwaves across the airwaves. Now, let's be clear. Ferrari wasn't endorsing every word, every phrase, or the full baggage of where the original remarks came from. What he did was highlight a specific point of criticism about how Labour has handled its messaging, its loyalty to Angela Rayner, and the way her controversies are defended rather than directly addressed. And that's the crux of this story. It's not about personality clashes. It's about whether leaders can still handle straight, unfiltered criticism without wrapping it in endless spin. Angela Rayner, as we know, is no stranger to headlines. From her fiery Commons speeches, to personal stories of her working-class background, to clashes with Tory MPs, she has become one of Labour's most recognizable and divisive figures. Her defenders call her authentic. Her critics call her reckless. And now, Ferrari has poured fuel on that fire by suggesting the criticisms aren't just fair game. They might even be justified. The reaction was instant. One Labour councillor told a local paper, Nick Ferrari giving airtime to those views is irresponsible. It normalizes rhetoric that should be challenged, not amplified. But others saw it differently. One caller phoned into Ferrari's own show, saying, Nick, you're the only one with the guts to admit when someone outside the political class makes a fair point. And on social media, chaos. Clips of Ferrari's words were trending within the hour. Memes, debates, and furious comment threads piled up by the minute. So why does this matter? Because it shows just how fragile the conversation around Angela Rayner really is. She's meant to be one of Keir Starmer's strongest assets, a symbol of Labour's connection to real people, away from the polished elite image. But instead of uniting the party, every defense of Rayner seems to divide it further. Some see loyalty. Others see desperation. And when a broadcaster like Nick Ferrari steps in, defending remarks that mainstream politicians wouldn't touch, it highlights that tension in the most public way possible. Here's another angle most people are missing. The UK isn't the only place where this dynamic is playing out. Look at South Africa, where political loyalty often trumps accountability. When leaders are criticized, allies rush to shield them, rather than confront the issue head-on. The result? The public feels ignored. And when the public feels ignored, they start listening to outsiders, whether it's comedians, activists, or, in this case, a radio host. Political analysts are already weighing in. One commentator on Sky News said, Ferrari support matters because it breaks the bubble. Politicians expect criticism from rivals, but when it comes from media figures who connect with the public, it stings differently. Another put it more bluntly, this shows Labour's biggest weakness. They can't control the narrative. Every defense of Rayner ends up keeping her controversies alive longer. And that right there might be the real story. Think about it. Angela Rayner doesn't even have to speak for the headlines to keep coming. Her allies defend her, her critics slam her, and the cycle continues. Meanwhile, Keir Starmer is stuck in the middle, trying to present Labour as a government in waiting while his deputy becomes the lightning rod for every debate. And now, with Ferrari weighing in, that storm just got a whole lot bigger. But let's end with this. Nick Ferrari has always been outspoken. He thrives on controversy. He knows exactly how to spark debate. Some say that's irresponsible. Others say that's the job of a broadcaster. Either way, he's made one thing crystal clear. The battle over Angela Rayner's image hero or liability isn't going away anytime soon. So the question remains, if this is how fierce the debate is now, before an election even hits full swing, what on earth is it going to look like when the campaign truly begins? Because if a single defense, a single "he was right," can dominate headlines this much, then the real storm hasn't even started.